Hello students, today we will learn the first chapter of class 7 literature book, that is Monkey Trouble. It is written by Ruskin Bond, so try to listen it very carefully. Grandfather brought Tutu, a girl monkey, from a street entertainer for the sum of 10 rupees. The man had 3 monkeys. Tutu was the smallest but the most mischievous. She was tied up most of the time. The little monkey looked so miserable with a collar and chain that grandfather decided it would be much happier in our home. Grandfather had a weakness of keeping unusual pets. It was the habit that I, at the age of 8 or 9, used to encourage. Grandmother at first observed to having a monkey in the house. You have enough pets as it is, she said, referring to grandfather's goat, several white mice, and a small tortoise. These are the pets of grandfather already, but I don't have any. I said, you are weak enough for 2 monkeys. One boy is in the house is all I can take. But Tutu is not a boy, said grandfather triumphantly. This is a little girl monkey. Grandfather gave in. She had always wanted a little girl in the house. She believed girls were less troublesome than boys. Tutu was to prove her wrong because she is not less troublesome. She was a pretty little monkey. Her bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrow, and her teeth, which were purely white, were often revealed in a grin that frightened the wits out of Phaeton in the house at Lucknow. But this was Dehra, my grandparents' house, and aunt and uncles had to put up with our pets. The story is told by the little boy who is Ruskin Bond. One day Aunt Paul Ruby took us all by surprise. She announced that she had become engaged. She had always thought that Aunt Ruby would never marry. She had often said herself, but it appeared that the right man had now come along in the person of Rocky Fernandez, a school teacher from Goa. Rocky was a tall, firm-jawed, a good-natured man who visited the house quite often and brought me chocolates and cashew nuts, of which he seems to have an unlimited supply. The boy was feeling very happy because of Rocky Fernandez. He always taught me several marching songs. Naturally, I approved of Rocky as uncle. Aunt Ruby won my admiration for having made such a wise choice. One day I overheard them talking of going to the bazaar to buy an engagement ring for engagement. Means aunt and uncle decided to purchase a engagement ring from the market. I decided I would go along too, but as Aunt Ruby had made it clear that she would not want me around, I decided that I had better follow at discreet, means that does not attract attention, means without noticing to Aunt Tutu, becoming aware that a mission of some importance was underway, decided to follow me. Means Tutu wanted to follow me and I wanted to follow uncle and aunt. But as I had not invited her along, she too decided to keep out of sight. Once in the crowded bazaar, I was able to get quite close to Aunt Ruby and Rocky without being spotted. Secretly, means I waited until they had settled down in a large jewelry shop before entering, means walking in a slow and relaxed manner, past and spotting them as thought by accident. Now the accident is Aunt Ruby wasn't too pleased at seeing me, but Rocky waved and called out. Uncle watched me and called out, come and join us. Help your auntie choose a beautiful ring. The whole thing seems to be a waste of good money. It is the thinking of me, Miss the boy. But I did not say so. Aunt Ruby was giving me one of her most unloving looks. She looks in a very dangerous way. While the jeweler and Aunt Ruby was sifting through the diamond rings, Tutu had slipped into the shop without being noticed by anyone but me. Only I watched Tutu, who slipped from the above and fell out into the shop. A little squeal, means long, loud, and high cry of delight was the first sign she gave of her presence. Everyone looked up and see her trying on a pretty necklace. Means she take out the pretty necklace from the shop and what are those stones? Means I asked. They looked like pearls, said Rocky. They are pearls, said the shopkeeper, making a grab for them. It is that beautiful, dreadful monkey, cried Aunt Ruby. I knew the boy would bring her here. The necklace was already adorning, means it was taken into the neck of Tutus. I thought she looked rather nice in them, but she gave us no time to admire the effect. Springing out of your reach, Tutu dogged around Rocky, slipped between my legs, and made for the crowded road. I ran after that, shouting to her to stop, but she was not listening. The jeweler left his shop and ran after us. So did Rocky. So did several bystanders who had seen the accident, and others who had no idea what is about all joined in the chase. As grandfather used to say, in a crowd everyone plays follow the leaders, even when they don't know who is leading. Not everyone knew that the leader was Tutu. Only the front runners could see her. Means Tutu is at the first and before everyone. She tried to make her escape speeder by leaping on the back of a passing scooterist. The scooterist swept, means to make a sudden sideway movement into a fruit stall and came to stand still under a heap of bananas, while the scooterist found himself in the arms of an indignant, means expressing anger and surprise, fruit seller. Tutu peeled a banana and ate part of it before deciding to move on from an awning, means a sheet of clothes or plastic outside shops to keep sun and rain off. She made an emergency landing on a washerman's donkey into the road. The donkey promptly prinked and rushed down the road, while bundles of washing fell by the wayside. The washerman joined in the chase. Children on their way to the school decided that here was something better to do than attend school. Means they decided to chase Tutu with shouts of glee, means feeling of excitement. They they so overtook their panting elders. Panting means breathing heavily. Tutu finally left the bazaar and took a road leading in the direction of the house. But knowing that she would be caught, she locked up once she got home. She decided to end the chase by reading, means freeing herself of the necklace. Deftly means quickly and skillfully removing it from her neck, she flung it in the small canal that ran down the road. The jeweler, with a cry of anguish, means suffering caused by pain, very worried about the necklace, plunged into the canal. So did Rocky. All fall down into the canal. So did I. So did several other people, both adults and children. It was to be a treasure hunt, means everyone trying to find out the necklace into the canal. Some 20 minutes later, Rocky shouted, I have found it, covered in mud, water, lilies, ferns, and toadpools. We emerged from the canal, and Rocky presented the necklace to the relieved shopkeeper. Finally, the ring was brought, the engagement was announced, and the date was set for the wedding. A few days before the wedding, I found Tutu in the kitchen helping grandmother prepare the wedding cake. Tutu often helped with her with the cooking, and when grandmother was not looking, added into the cake herbs, spice, and other interesting items to the pots. I am sure exactly what went into that wedding cake when grandmother was not looking, but I did spot Tutu stirring, means mixing in some red chili sauce, bitter ground seeds, and a generous helping of eggshells. It is true that some of the guests were not seen for several days after the wedding, but no one said everything against the cake because it is a wedding cake. Most people thought it had an interesting flavor. In this way, the story